Gentlemen, Terrence Popp here from the Lair. I got some responses and a couple of questions and opinions, so it's kind of a mixed bag. Think you guys will like it. I had to get my hair buzzed down. I had to put a dude in the dirt, and you don't show up at a soldier's funeral looking like a hippie rag bag. Anyway, number one. This is written by a woman, so we're probably going to go with the woman voice here.
The O'Connor video went way too far, making fun of her suffering. She is a great artist and deserves her dignity and privacy. Get a clue.
Okay, she did film that video and put it on the internet. Pretty much for the entire world's consumption. So she forfeited her rights to privacy right there.
Gotcha, bitch!
When I made that, was I just gonna flat out blast her with both barrels? I blasted her with one barrel and I didn't hit her with two. I could have been way worse than I was. I believe I was fairly balanced in the whole thing. Yeah, I spoke to a lot of the habitual mistakes that she continued to make, which led her to this state of affairs that she's in right now. You know, I don't really do things to be vicious or brutal. Most of the stuff I do, there's usually a point to it and a lesson at the end. And that lesson is simply this: that a lot of these women out there have bought this feminism bullshit hook, line, and sinker. And when they get to about 45, they realize the lie they were sold. And then it's too late to pull out from the nosedive, and their life is pretty much fucked. Well, that's about it with her. So let's move on to number two. 3 parts here. This individual is trying to figure out a few things here. This is 2A. When did I get red-pilled? When was the defining moment? And when do you think I'll come to terms with it? So most of my videos aren't really skewed towards the whole feminism thing. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of subjects I can go into because I've mastered quite a few things in my almost 50 years on the face of this earth. You know, a lot of people look forward to getting married, having children, having the postcard happy life with the picket fence, the house, the dogs, the 2.5 children, and what have you. And feminism has pretty much ripped that out of most of the men's lives in the Western world. They can do it on 3 simple words: I'm not happy. You lose your children, you lose all your wealth up until that point, because they take half your shit and then they stick you with the debt, and you have to pay that and of all of the costs in a majority of the times for these things. Basically, men are still following the laws that were made in the 1800s, 1700s, while women are following laws and ideas that were formed in the 21st century. And this is leading to an unbelievable amount of discord, disharmony, misery, and it's been going on for half a century. More than half a century, actually. So when something actually leads back to the steps of feminism, I will probably always take it there. I pride myself on doing the right thing even with nobody's watching. And some people might get upset with me. That's fine. It is what it is. One day it'll probably kill me. And when that happens, I will gladly slide into my grave yelling, "Wow, what a ride." All right, 2B. You would this particular person would like me to share a lot of my wisdom and knowledge in other subjects, such as military and other life lessons that I've been through. Seen a lot of shit, done a lot of crazy stuff. I have a habit of anything that I throw my hat in the ring to participate in, I don't fuck around, and I try to take it to the highest level possible. I don't know, call it a character flaw, call it whatever you want. But yes, I have a lot of knowledge in regards to fighting with virtually every weapon that has been made beyond the 1400s. You know, guns, knives, dynamite, fire, swords, maces, Warhammers, Haliburts, the whole deal. Seen a lot of people train wreck their lives and make a lot of unwise decisions, even when given good counsel. Some people just gotta learn on their own, I guess. Some people don't. And a lot of these videos are aimed towards the people who listen to the wisdom in other people's words. When I have more time, I'll probably branch out to a couple other channels in regards to weapons and survival and practical thinking when in critical situations, spycraft, and all other nefarious actions, which a lot of men find interesting. Until you have to do it for real, then it's not really an adventure. It's more like a nightmare. That's a whole other issue. 2C, how do I see the red pill MGTOW on YouTube and media going on its current track? Well, to be honest with you, I mean, I'm moving out to other branches of the media, or trying to. I'm going to be having most of the Redonkulous videos on virtually every video platform out there, even if you make money at it or not. The ones that you don't make money are probably going to get to last, because uploading all of those videos is a monumental task. And some of the platforms, I will have to degrade the quality of the videos to actually fit on the bandwidth that I'm allowed. Most of the stuff, actually all the stuff, except for I think the first 6 episodes, has been filmed in high def. We're now moving up to 4K. Those are big files, and they require a lot of time to upload. So, in regards to MGTOW and Red Pill, it's not going away because nobody's organizing it. These are just men who are waking up on their own going, this whole fucking thing is fucked up. It's been going on for over 3 generations. We're now in the 4th generation coming up to have seen their great-grandfather, grandfather, father get raped through the coals, and now a lot of their friends with the bullshit that's going on. So, as more dudes wake up, Red Pill MGTOW's going to get bigger. And my comedy will always probably revolve around Red Pill MGTOW stuff and some of the insanity that goes on in the world, because I cannot make it up, and it's just that fucking funny. Alright, moving on to number 3. What is my opinion on what aged O'Connor to such an extent? Okay, slag, which is slutty hag. And I have slow hag, which is a slutty old hag, which is a woman who's still slutty and who's actually aged into the level of hag. Really all it takes to become a hag basically is to party Thursday through Sunday. Basically, yeah. Partying, Thursday through Sunday, no sleep, smoking, drinking, doing other nefarious, stressful activities with the meat suit that you're issued. It will age at a rapidly increased rate. That's pretty much what does it. I don't know, I've seen some women that became a slag at the age of like 32 because they like to hit the tanning booth, 3 to 5 times a week, and still party Thursday through Sunday. And I have no sympathy for them because their skin looks like a haggard, all, chewing tobacco purse. That's what her titties look like, I'm just saying. As horrible that is, it's the truth. Okay, number 4. Thoughts on the doctor who used his sperm to produce 20 or so children, i.e. he was a fertility doctor. Okay, well, they did go to a fertility doctor and she got fertility. In the grand scheme of things, they got what they asked for. In regards to the Rolodex or whatever it is that they do to pick sperm donors, because I find that quite vile. I should probably do a video on how the whole process works. And they might have been disappointed in that regard, but there are cases out there that I've come across where people have accidentally been given the sperm of a Latino or black man and tried to sue, and they really didn't have a leg to stand on because, they went to the fertility doctor and they got fertility. Now, does that excuse this guy from doing that? No. I mean, that's a pretty dick move, I guess. It's actually more than 20 dick moves. Probably lost his license. I'm not going to go into any further detail in regards to that. But in the grand scheme of things, that is fucking hilarious. All right, moving on. Number 5. There's another woman here.
Why in your videos do you assume that the man makes all the money? More women are graduating from college these days, and it's quite feasible that women are now out-earning men. Your channel is sexist, it's full of bullshit, and needs to be shut down.
Yes, there are a lot of women who are graduating college in higher level degrees than men. In my opinion, men have realized that working their ass off for the golden apple of the white picket fence, 2 kids, dog, the whole deal is not going to happen for them because the system is broken. So they're just saying, fuck it, I'm going to take care of myself, I'm out. I don't blame them. I don't blame them one goddamn bit. In regards to men and women living together, look, if the woman makes more money than the man, I'm a betting man, I follow the stats and the odds. Now, if you are married to a woman who makes more money than you as a man are expendable in her eyes because you are not the provider, you are not the protector, you are not the key role leader in the family. She is. So there will come a point where she looks at you and says, why are you here? And usually that happens somewhere around 7, 13, 21, and 24 years. I lined out 1,500 divorces in LexisNexis, and all of the divorces are clumped around those years for some reason. Why that is, I don't know. It probably has to do something with your usefulness or not. Like, for instance, 7 years, you were just there to have kids, and you're jettisoned, and you're going to pay child support. 13 years, probably a midlife crisis. Kids are coming up on being old enough to get out of the house, and she thinks she can do better. Got ya, sayonara. Don't let the door hit you where God split you. 21 is an empty nest thing. And 24 is basically women are going, is this all there is? I haven't done enough. Fuck you, I want to do more. Whatever. All right, those are just my opinions on what drives those age criteria in the divorces. But hey, that's just me. As for being a sexist, telling the truth is not sexist. Men and women are physically different. Men and women think differently. They make different decisions. They do different stupid shit. I've pointed this all out in my past videos. In regards to being bullshit, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It's up to the observer. And for being shut down, well, YouTube isn't paying me anymore for making this, and I'm still doing it, and I'm going to expand, so fuck off. Number 6!
What is the worst thing you've ever did while you're in the Army?
All right, there's a whole book on this. The worst thing I ever did was have to notify a mother and father that their son was slain in battle. That is so crushing for everyone involved. It's unbelievable. I have heard the wails of mothers over children, mothers over slain husbands. I've heard all kinds of terror, seen it in people's eyes. All of which was very unpleasant, but that was probably the single worst day of my entire fucking life, and I hope I never come anywhere near that again.
Number 7, love your vid slingback effect. How many times has it happened to you?
About 3 times. I didn't really entertain any of them at all. I didn't even do the retribution coitus. I basically said, hey, if I wasn't good enough for you then, I'm not good enough for you now. If I wasn't good enough for you in your best years, then you sure as shit are not getting me in your worst years. So that's pretty much how that went. Number 8.
If you had a bad childhood, how do you get over it?
First of all, I'm not a psychologist. My childhood, I would say, was fairly happy because I made it so. There were a lot of bad times. My mother was very poor. But I always found good things to do, and I found humor even in the darkest of times. But there comes a time when enough years have passed and you have enough years ahead of you that you have to make the decision, are you going to consider, or are you still going to consider suffering over shit that happened behind you? Because at the end of the day, suffering is a choice. Okay, you want to live in the pain mind, then you can do that, but stop blaming other people for it. Just accept the fact that you like to live in a downer mood, and you like the pain, the suffering of reopening wounds from the past and over again, and that's okay. Some people are just wired that way. I used to be that way, and it took me a long time to get over it. So that's basically how I did it. Number 9.
How is the Gene Bean apple?
Love it. Do I like Devil's Cut? Fuck yes, great, love that too. Do I drink Absapure 190% proof? Well, I'm gonna tell you, yes I do. And I'm gonna tell you why. Absapure, it's 198% proof, drinkable alcohol, and it's also incredibly flammable. It's basically a pre-made Molotov cocktail. Just add in a right or left sock, light on fire, and throw. And there you go. Also, it goes a long way. So if you're going to be gone for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever, and you take a flask of Absapure and you can mix it pretty much with any juice, it will last a hell of a long time. So yes, I have discovered the magic of Absapure. Don't drink it straight. It's a fool's errand. That doesn't end well. And finally, he asks, what is my idea of a foo-foo drink? I know I got a homo suspicion point for this, but I just love the foo-foo drinks. I like the fruity ones made with ice cream, Kahlua, whatever, Bailey's. Now, when I'm in the bar, I don't usually say the crazy, stupid names that they come in. There's usually a number next to it, and I say I would like gay drink number 4. Put more of this alcohol, less of this, ice cream, whatever. And that's pretty much how I drink it. Now, I know I got a homo suspicion point for drinking foo-foo drinks, but they're so fucking good. What can I say? All right, number 10. Okay, this is going back to the O'Connor video.
Do you think Miss O'Connor will be with us much longer? She looks pretty bottom of the barrel. What is my take on it?
I don't advocate or want to see anyone kill themselves. It's not a good thing for anyone. It probably doesn't land you anywhere good. Best case scenario, they rebox your ass and send you on the first snot rocket into a vaginal turd, and you get to do the whole fucking thing over again. So with that being said, you should probably ride it out to the end, or as close as you can regarding dignity and pain and stuff. But you'd be surprised. I know a lot of guys who have hit rock bottom, and then they realize that there's nowhere else to go but up. They have made radical changes in their lives and went on to do great things and or find happiness. Now, she still has a voice. She might not be using it right now, and I'm sure it's still pretty good. She is an artist. She could probably go back to the anvil and pound out some good songs or write songs for other people and make money that way. She still has 4 children. It doesn't really matter how old they get. Punching out on them is a shitty thing. And I can only hope that she does not do that intentionally. Like I said, suicide or picking a permanent solution for usual temporary problems is not wise in any stretch of the imagination. Anyway, that's me, Terrence Popp, Redonkulous.com. A little longer than usual, but it is what it is, and forgive the hair. Again, had to shave it down. I'm in the Army. That's the way it goes. It'll grow back. Out.
You